Greeting Earthlings, your survival hinges on your ability to adapt to your depleting planet. So please listen closely as it might be hard to understand our interstellar communication broadcast dialect converter. A green world. Consumerism is the intake of Earth's resources and energy without equal replenishment on an individual, cultural, and global scale. The act of consumerism is a chosen lifestyle perpetuated by the government, industries, and media. Consumerism is the most recent and most destructive of all social evolutionary phases. The first humans 40 million years ago were hunter-gatherers. The story of the Garden of Eden is thought to be a metaphor for the transformation of our early ancestors from hunting and gathering to agriculture. Humans went from simple pleasures and low population to a moderate population with moderate pleasure, with the technology of agriculture providing the abilities to feed more people. The technologies developed during the European and American Industrial Revolutions started the decay of premature modernism. Selfish corporations supported by ignorant societies continued the focus on growth and expansion that started with the exploration of the New World. Now that we know the capabilities and limitations of the Earth, we must adopt out of our self-propitiating consumerist society. Humans went from picking berries for 38,000 years happily, to farming land for 2,000 years, to devouring Earth's resources in less than 200 years. The population increases exponentially during each phase, parallel with technology. Technology and industrial design are highly valuable for sustainability, however can only prolong resource depletion by mass product consumption. Babies born today will grow up in a far worse world than we live in today. These children will see the world's disparity and experience multiple threats, leading to hindsight that will spark an underground revolution of an enlightened, angry, and sustainable generation. The struggle to promote the awareness of the stresses on our food, water, energy, and the need for sustainability seems hopeless whenever you see a mile of traffic on a highway. Getting a globe full of humans to realize their personal responsibility to the Earth, and the strength to sacrifice so many excess industry goods and environmentally destructive luxuries is critical. Sustainability will forever be a topic of humanity while we occupy only one planet. Commercialism, consumerism, materialism, unsustainable industries, traditional American dream of social status climbed by wealth, dependence on economy, population increase, and traditional ways of personal consumption of Earth's resources all must be re-evaluated immediately by everyone before our planet's resources are devoured, leaving our planet quietly orbiting space without us. The inevitability of Earth's depletion of natural resources due to population consumption has been addressed by designers, scientists, philosophers, and intellectuals in the 18th century. The Aztecs' 2012 prediction was also impeccably accurate. The only hope for avoiding the apocalyptic event requires a 100% support for sustainable alternatives in products and living patterns. Our founding fathers were unfathomable intellectual heroes with the task to create America, land of the free. Today we are utterly dependent on many unsustainable systems. The current American way of command, conquer, and consume is not the right way. National, political, and religious issues only distract from the pressing unfathomable reality of Earth's destruction. The Earth's size and resources are finite, with a growing population competing for them. Unfortunately, fate has called upon this conformist, consumerist, brainwashed generation to readapt America into a sustainable nation by denouncing our parasitic behaviors. The currently imminent apocalypse will decimate the currently rapid growing consumerist population. Eco-responsibility is the next logical social phase humanity takes to ensure our kids to see 2100 and not the skeleton of our Mother Earth. There are many examples of many civilizations' failures due to resource depletion. Easter Island is a perfect example of a limited resource and overpopulation scenario on an global scale. An evolution of social attitude, eco-awareness, alternative green systems and industrial designs, and new green technologies need to be applied and established universally. To be eco-responsible requires a constant re-evaluation of how much of everything is being consumed in daily living patterns. The key is acceptance, research, and action. We currently have the energy, ambition, time, technology, youth, and key renewable resources to become sustainable. Buddhism, Taoism, and Aristotle promote sustainable lifestyles. There is a direct correlation between happiness and sustainability. There is also support of sustainability found in most religions. Today's overpopulation not only diminishes the Earth's resources, but also creates an expansive diversity of cultures, languages, beliefs, governments, lifestyle choices, income, and education, which leaves little traction for the sustainability movement. The teachings of Buddhism, Taoism, and Aristotle directly instruct and promote sustainable, peaceful lifestyles. Buddhism is a unique and existential religion that's devout focuses inner peace, achieved by self-analyzing and cleansing through meditation. The process of meditation can be done by anyone, but requires great concentration, and can be perfected over a lifetime to reach enlightenment. To meditate, you must first reach clarity of mind using a simple technique called a mantra, or by contemplation a philosophical riddle. A mantra is a repetitive verbal chant, used to remove yourself from your prior thoughts, giving you an outside perspective for evaluation of negative emotions, thoughts, actions, stress, anger, depression, and even consumerism. Buddhism's meditation is a self-healing, self-aware activity which balances emotions and rationalizes future actions. Buddhist monasteries are utopias populated by self-sustaining individuals. A Buddhist's peaceful and non-materialistic awareness allows living without harm to others or environment. Taoism was created in a time of self-destruction because of ongoing widespread anarchy in China's failing feudalism. The teaching of non-action rationalizes good and evil, and gives balance to any non-sustainable system. Taoism concept of Miu can be applied to our self-destructing, end-of-the-world circumstance, literally translating non-action, otherwise known as the philosophy of the path of least resistance. Confucius's non-action approach eliminates destructive and counterproductive actions. The Taoist virtue of non-action can be applied to stop the insanity of mankind's self-destructive consumption. The Taoism philosophy prioritizes humanity's goal of survival over capitalism. Taoism encourages a slower living pace, with no resistance put on the earth, resources, or humanity. Sustainable advancements of technologies and global peace will allow a happy species, with more leisure time to pursue personal goals and aspirations, and no material items that consume the earth's life. The philosopher Aristotle also gave good guidance for living sustainably. He tells of the 4 ways to describe something: its material composition, its form and color, its efficiency, and its purpose. This can be applied to a personal or social effect and purpose. Striving to achieve the best possible end of happiness, we must live in activities of the soul in accordance with virtue. Aristotle philosophies argue that if an individual fully knows the difference between good and evil, they will never choose evil. If they choose evil, it is because they are ignorant and cannot see their full effect. Outsourcing, trash, and recycling systems provide the disconnect of consumerism to resource depletion and unmanageable waste streams, creating our contemporary American pyramids made of trash. Aristotle would argue that our specific end is sustainability, and humanity's current purpose is to adapt, mimic, and utilizes the planet's replenishing resources so we can survive as a species, and gives ambition and direction for people who want to make a difference. Scientists have estimated that there is a 0.002% chance a planet could sustain life. This number gives a reverence and understanding to our delicate, beautiful, diverse existence of life on Earth, and the eco-responsibilities humans must take. An acceptance of a smaller, unselfish lifestyle is needed for all consumers. Humanity will not stop our consumerist ways until something goes irreversibly wrong. If we cared about anything 75 years from now, why are we still using trees to make paper, using plastics, and driving gas cars while a sustainable alternative is available? A green renaissance, the transformation from a consumerist to a sustainable species would ignite a global green renaissance. Decisions now of how to save our mother will determine humanity's fate in the next 50 years. We must be pioneers of a sustainable future before we miss our shrinking time window. Oblivious to the rest of the world's views, American society is very opinionated on controversial topics that they don't know or understand fully because they don't see the perpetuating correlation of spending, diminishing resources, and war. A sustainable and green alternative does currently exist. However, when proposed, it is immediately dismissed by half of the uninformed population. Why prolong this universal beneficial option? The true information on cannabis can be easily manipulated and attacked, a method the media uses to cause confusion in the public on a topic, making it stagnant. All negative claims on cannabis can be countered, and benefits make it ideal for sustaining humanity. Humans can be happy living organically, with the freedom to use cannabis for medical, spiritual, or industrial use, becoming self-sustainable, eliminating war and terrorism, allowing the pursuit of happiness, and will globally unify our technological efforts on a single important collaborative topic of sustainability. The illegalization of cannabis by conservatives is backed by many capitalizing industries that are threatened by the sustainable substitute. The evil drug becomes a peaceful miracle within the context of reality and the necessity of its use in sustainable industry products. The illegalization of cannabis not only forces the nation of people who need medication onto synthetic drugs, but disseminates consumerism and threatens our existence on Earth. The combination of both the sustainable movement and the movement for legalization of cannabis for medical and industry use is a peaceful, technologically achievable solution for salvation. The plant with over 5,000 industry uses would become a cheap, efficient, renewable commodity that would supply materials for all industry goods. The decimation of our rainforest for timber, farming, and cattle grazing would be halted, along with providing a renewable source for oil and CO2 cancellation. The money spent on prisons would be reduced to 20%. It would redirect underground cash streams, save 4/5 of the money spent on the war on drugs, and be taxable to found new, green, self-sustaining systems. The legalization and induction of cannabis into industry would rationalize our monopolized industries and cleanse our societal systems of ignorance, morphing humanity into a more intelligent, enlightened, non-parasitic species.